Look, my dear nerds, I am dreading to make this video. This won't be a video that will make a lot of people happy, but I think I should risk it and make it anyway. And in an ideal world, YouTubers would take care of you guys, and a lot more YouTubers would have this conversation with you.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always!
We need to talk about the slow poisoning of the Retroid emulation space that we love so much. Yes, this is gonna be a ranty, personal, subjective video of mine where I talk about my thoughts and my opinions on things, so don't take everything as an absolute truth. But we need to talk about how I think Anbernic is slowly killing our beloved retro emulation space. And I feel like a good way for me to properly explain how they're doing this is to actually give you guys the context of why I'm never buying the RG Cube in order to, well, review it for you guys. And don't get me wrong, if you have the RG Cube, enjoy it, it's a good device. You're gonna, love the poop out of it. It's portable, it can play PS2, keep it, enjoy it. Don't feel attacked, don't feel the need to be defensive. This is a conversation between lovely nerds that have each other at heart. But the thing with Anbernic is that they have what I can only describe as a poisonous strategy to basically flood the market with devices every so often. Like my good friend Russ actually pointed out in his RG40XX First Contact video, Anbernic seems to release a device every 3 weeks now. Every 3 flipping weeks. This is so often that it's causing oversaturation and exhaustion in the minds of people that actually buy these handhelds over and over and over again. And Anbernic's whole business model is to make you buy more handhelds over and over and over again. And the reason why I'm personally not buying the RG Cube is, well, you might think I'm delusional with this, but I think I'm kind of seeing a pattern here. I think you should know this as well. Anbernic knows that this is the finish line type of device for most people. And by finish line type of device, I mean people will stop buying new handhelds when they finally get their hands on a 4x3 decent enough handheld which can actually allow them to enjoy, most of their favorite platforms like PS2. And they are trying to milk the cow so flipping much until they give us that. Like, let's follow the pattern together. You might think I'm wrong with this. You might think I'm off my rocker. I should maybe have a tinfoil hat for this video. Actually, I should have, at least for, comedic effect. But follow my logic on this one. They first released a 16:9 aspect ratio device, right? The RG556. And we were all super happy with it. 16:9 is actually quite good for a lot of, good consoles. It's a perfect PSP machine. It's a very good PS2 machine because almost all PS2 games have, 16:9 hacks. And you can enjoy whatever game on this aspect ratio. But 16:9 is not optimal for the old generation of consoles like NES, SNES, and the sweet spot has always been 4x3. So they gave us 16:9. And I think this is where they smelled the market and they realized, hey, we can make people double dip or triple dip, to recycle the people as flipping customers until we actually give them the 4x3 actually good performing one. So they gave us the RG556 and then they were like, you know what, let's give them a 1x1 screen, because 1x1 for most people might be good enough. They will buy it for PS2, but when we actually release the 4x3 one, they will buy that as well, because they will think, oh my flipping god, that's way more better, that's way better than the Cube that I have now. So they're waiting for people to buy the RG Cube. Then, after the RG Cube, of course they went, you know what, let's give them finally a 4x3 screen, but let's not make it powerful. Let's make it a hybrid successor of the RG35XXH. Let's have it run the old consoles just well, but let's stop short of PS2 and GameCube. Let's not go there. because the same pool of people that want a 4x3 device will buy this as well. And what terrifies me is that I know they are right. I know people inherently are searching for the perfect device, and up until they get served with something close to their definition of perfect, they will buy this. And this is what's happening. Now we'll have the RG40XX, and I'm ashamed to say I'm part of the problem, because I looked at that device and I thought, you know what, this is perfect for so many freaking platforms. I'm so glad that this exists now. It's just that it has half an inch more, which, as you know, my ex would say, makes a whole world of difference. Not that I would know. It has stacked shoulder buttons, which is nice, but all of these aren't changes, you know, worth flipping mosquito. All of these aren't changes worth, you know, celebrating over. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, these are still small changes. And before I made this video, I actually did a poll, and I realized, actually, this is the motive why I made this video. I realized most of you feel the same as me, and I was shocked. Like, look at the results of this poll. And if I discovered this with my little tinfoil hat and my little community, because again, Vlad Nerd is not a big channel, you can bet your backside that Anbernic flipping knows this, and Anbernic makes business decision over what gimped device they should release next, which people are prone to buy. And they want you and me and everyone else to buy more and more and more devices until they eventually kill the market. Because there's a point where you kill the market through oversaturation, through the fact that, well, everybody's flipping exhausted, and at one point they cut their losses, they cut a straight line, and they're like, you know what, I'm not gonna buy anything else, I'm just gonna enjoy what I have until this point. And when that point happens, there will be a huge reversal in sales numbers, and a lot of companies will panic. Like, I'm not saying the end of the world, but a lot of companies will panic, and maybe a lot of YouTube channels as well, because, well, channels are banking on the fact that they can convince you to buy stuff.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always!
So yeah, honestly, I think that the RG Cube is them double dipping. They are double dipping in your wallet. Again, if you bought the RG Cube, don't feel sorry about it. Enjoy it, it's a good device. Personally, that 1:1 aspect ratio screen isn't doing it for me. I think the perfect device would have been a cube with a 4:3 aspect ratio. I'm convinced Anbernic knows this. I'm convinced they know that 1:1 is a niche within a niche type of device, a type of aspect ratio. I'm convinced that they are just doing Frogger, you know, they are doing the hippity hop to see how many handhelds can they make, you know, people to buy until they release the one that people actually want. And you know, another reason why I never reviewed the RG Cube was that I'm too small for any company to send it. And that's perfectly okay, I get it. But I will not, I repeat, I will not spend my own money for something which I classify in my brain as a distraction on our way to the thing that we actually want. That's how I think Anbernic has organized its recent, you know, release schedule. I think the release schedule of different Anbernic devices is, you know, centered around this, but it's bad for people who just want something decent, who just want to, like, find something that they can stop at. I truly think most people just want a retro handheld device, retro emulation device that they can stop at, and they keep buying a newer one, a newer one, a newer one, because all of these handhelds are engineered to have something missing from the list of things that we want. And yeah, that's my tinfoil hat theory, my dear nerds. That's what I think. I'm curious if this video will bite me in the backside, because I feel like nobody's talking about this, when in fact I think they should. Every YouTuber, I'm talking to YouTubers, you were all consumers and fans of these flipping things before you came YouTubers. Before things like affiliate links and partner and company partnerships appeared, you were a fan. And I think we should still talk as fans, first of all, and then only after we should put our little YouTuber hats on. But as fans, we should call, poisonous behavior when we see it, and I'm carefully picking my words here. I think Anbernic could very well release fewer devices, and to make sure that those devices don't have easy to catch things like light bleed. Some SP models had problems with the batteries literally burning and catching fire. Somebody actually tagged Russ, and Russ was awesome enough to respond to that in his latest video. But yeah, there have been some cases of that as well. And I'm of the firm belief that these are surface level defects which with enough QA can be caught, But yeah, these are my 2 cents on it. And don't get me wrong, I still love Anbernic devices. I am gonna continue to review Anbernic devices with every chance that I get. However, my problem is with the practices that Anbernic as a company engages with. So we must make this differentiation between Anbernic as a company and the products that they actually release. For better or for worse, their products are good, but they could let them sit in the oven way more, and a lot of defects could be thus avoided. And a lot of products that were released would have never ever been released because, well, they are placeholders. They are stepping stones between a big handheld release and another handheld release. Between these, I feel like we have 4 or 5, less awesome handheld releases. So yeah, tell me if you enjoyed this kind of video, tell me if you're still around, I'm genuinely curious. This is, well, the first of a new type of video, like this is basically just me talking. If you guys react well to this type of video, I'm actually gonna do more of them, and I'm also gonna do the highly edited videos, that take way more time, but they also, I feel, are way more enjoyable for you fine nerds. But tell me if you also enjoy this type, because this type of video I think I can release daily, and the more polished, the more edited videos I will still release once every 3 days or so. So yeah, I do require your feedback on that, so please give me your feedback on this. And please subscribe if you haven't, you would do me a huge favor. Blood Nerd is such a small channel that, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, every flipping subscriber and every flipping like helps me a lot. It helps the algorithm. I personally hate when YouTubers say this, but now that I started my own Blood Nerd channel, I can see that these things help. And it's annoying that they help, it's the thing that I really hate to say. But yeah, if you like what I do, subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you really like what I do, if you really want to support free press in the handheld space, in the retro handheld space, then feel free to become one of my direct supporters. You can either become a channel member or a Patreon. It doesn't matter which one you choose, you'll still end up on my wall of fame, where all of these genuinely cool people, get to sit, and people get to see that out of 8 billion plus on this freaking planet, these people are truly special and they have my back. And I appreciate that. And I genuinely love all of them. But, my dear nerd, this is the end of my rant. Let me know what you think about this. You might think I'm off my rocker, you might hate this type of rant. I'm open, totally open to hearing about how you feel both about this topic and about this style of video. So, until next time, my dear beautiful nerd, don't forget that I love you. I always did and I always will. Bye.